Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video series of Lightning Web Components, today we would be deep diving into more complex stuff. So in today's video, we would be understanding about how we could use the search functionality with the help of your data table, or how simultaneously these things could be used, because data table is a very important thing, and one should master this, if not mastering, but yeah, one should know that what to what extent can we use this thing. So data table has various advantages over your conventional approaches. So let's get going with this. So basically what we would be doing here is we would be creating a search box, and based on some parameters, we would be displaying our data from the data table. Okay, so with this, let's get started then. So now I am having a Apex class with the name Apex Datatable. So all the data that we would be considering would be of account object. So yeah, if you want to work with me, you could take the same object. So creating a method. So we created this method. So what we did this in here is we created a name, and these percentage sign denotes that whether your name, this particular keyword, is present between something or not. Like like say for example, you write name as uh, test, so it would search in all strings that are starting with testing, tester. Okay, because in there tester is present, whether it is present in the starting or like copy and something like this, so it would also give this, because in this the center part here is the tester. So this way this thing works. Okay, and this is okay for now. So in this, what we are getting is, on the basis of a search parameter, we are getting the account records. Okay, so now moving over to your HTML as well as the JS part. So first of all, what we would be doing is we would be, okay, something is wrong. Oops, it would be str, sorry. So it is deployed to our org. So moving over to our HTML part, in this what we would be doing is we would be using a, first of all, lightning card. In this we would be embedding everything. So here we created a lightning input, and on this change we are calling the JavaScript method that we are about to create. So coming over to our JavaScript part, now we would be creating this method. and from here we would be calling a imperative call to our database class. So what we could do is we could define the functionality in here, or we could have a separate method. Okay, so what are the best practices say that we should divide everything in methods and not a single method. We should have multiple methods. So I am doing the same thing. So I would be making them call as imperative. So I would be using method name as imperative call, and in this I would be getting the data from my apex. So what is the name? So here I am calling the get data, and I am having a parameter in this, that is the str. So in here calling str and giving this value from the search value. Okay, and then waiting for the result dot then result. This would be arrow function, and what we would be doing is first of all console link the result. You could console the result, or I'm just doing display result. Okay, so in here we got a console log for data. So let us have a console log for the result as well. Okay, deploying this to source to org. So it has deployed successfully. So our search value is there, and let us see what is our console giving us. Okay, so data is coming like sample. So it has given us some results like sample account. So this is working fine. Now what we would be doing is we would be displaying this result. First of all, I would be giving some margin, and now I am defining my data table. So Lightning data table, and your data is a what is your data, guys? So your data is the display result, and what are your columns? Columns would be columns, and from where we would be getting these columns is we have to create these columns for our data table, that what it would display. So first of all, I would be uh, creating some global variables or global values. So I would be doing constant columns, and in this I would be giving an array of object. So I would be giving this label, that is the name field. I am only just getting the name field. So field name that would be displayed over to you guys. So this would be name, and coming down in my JS, what I would be doing is I would be giving columns is equal to columns. This column is your this column, and this columns is any internal variable internal to this function. So going here, columns is columns, and now what we would be doing is deploying this to work. Okay, see guys, name checkbox field is present. So let us say if I type S, so see it is printing the sample data A, B, or something. So the name, that name appears. So over this data table, guys, what functionality you could use is you could remove these checkboxes. Instead you could have the row counts as well. But in here what we would be doing is we would not be limited, we are not limited to the search only. What we would be doing is we would be having some row actions. So basically what are the row actions is like, if you click on your accounts tab, so see this is the row action, edit, delete, change owner. So some kind of row action we also want in here. Okay, so what we would be doing is we would be getting these row actions. So what needs to be done here is, in our columns we have to pass, because everything is being placed there, so we have to pass something like type, and the type here is the action that would be coming, and the type attributes. And what are the type attributes here is, this is also a object, that is the row action, and in here you would be writing actions, and menu alignment would be to the right side. So what are these actions, guys? So what are these is, this is just another variable you could have wrapped up inside this object, but I thought you might get confused, so I am declaring these actions separately. So this is the array of objects again. In this there is a label like view, edit, and delete. I am creating three options. So basically this row action is your the three options that we want to see, and name would be view. Okay, similarly copy this three times, view, edit, and delete. Okay, so this is done. Let us check. So see guys, see if we enter S, three items are populating: view, edit and delete. So on clicking on each one of them, nothing is happening onto our console. Okay, so now we want something on this now. So what you would do is, there is a property on your data table is on row action. On row action, what it would be do is give us a new function that is handle a row action. So this could be of any name of your choice. So coming down below in our handle row action, and this row action takes up an event. Because why it is taking an event? Because we want to know that which row is being targeted. So from here we could get the details like the action name. Action name we would be getting from event dot detail dot action dot name. So what is this event detail action name? So if you could go up in your action, you have defined the name, view, edit and delete. So all this thing is your event and the detail, and in this detail the type is action and the name of your action is view. So for your uh, ease of understanding, I would be console log this event action. So see, if I click on view, see, event action is view. If I click on edit, event action is edit, and if I click on delete, the corresponding here is delete. Okay, so we are getting the action names. Okay, that is fine. Now we could even get the rows. So const row is equal to event dot detail dot row. So basically it targets like whether we, in which row we are in, first, second, third, and this row is your entire object, account object. For instance, if we say for this, like this edge communication sample account entitlements, so this is a account and this row depicts this entire account. Okay, now what we would be doing is, now I want my custom functionality over my action names. So I would be using a switch case with the name action name, that is this one. And in here what we would be doing is, we would be creating some cases. So case view, and this action is based upon the action name, so not the label, the name. That's why we use small. Okay, so case view, and in this case view we want to navigate to the standard record page. So first of all, what needs to be done is, we have to import the navigation library. So this is import lightning, no, navigation mixin, navigation mixin, and we import this from lightning slash navigation. Okay, and this would not work until and unless you extend the navigation mixin instead of your lightning element. So what you would do is, uh, keep this lightning element in braces, and apart from this add navigation mixin. Okay, now moving down. So as I stated you all, that in my view I would be navigating to my standard record page. So what we would be doing is, and how we would be using the Lightning navigation is, we would be using uh, this keyword, this, and in here navigation mixin dot, there is a function to navigate, navigation mixin, navigate, and navigate. And in this, what we would be passing, we would be passing some parameters like the type, that would be standard underscores record page. Okay, and the attributes that are the most important things, attributes would be first of all the record ID, that on which record we want to throw this event or this navigation. So that would be coming from our row dot id. Since guys I told you that this row is your entire object, and from that object we are getting the id, and the action name would be view. This section name and this section name are different, and object API name, and after this break this. So this object API name is not necessary. Uh, so let us check that what it is happening or not. So displaying some data and sample account for entitlements. So yes guys, we are onto our sample accounts page. So our navigation is working. Going over with the edit and delete cases. So I am having the case edit. So now we would be checking for our edit case, that is our edit working or not. So see guys, we are getting this form. See account high priority, and those things that are filled in this account would be displayed. So let us take this example of edge communications, edit this form. So see, everything that has been gets pre-populated, the website, the industry, shipping address. So all these things comes to you by default when you are using the Lightning data table. So this is the case of edit. So now the case of delete. So basically delete is somewhat complex. In this we would be calling another function dot delete account, and inside we would be passing a row and breaking this from here. So why this row has been passed here? Because I told you that this is an entire object, so that's why. So creating this function as delete account, and I would be fetching the current row. Okay, and now in order to delete an account, we have to make a SQL query. So we would be going or enabled public static void delete account, and in here we would be passing parameter that is the account obj account, and in this we would be firing a delete statement to delete the obj account. So deploying this class first. So this is done. So now again importing like as before, import your delete account from where @salesforce apex slash account data table, and we would be having an imperative call to delete account. In this we would be passing the parameters. So we have deployed this. Again hard refresh. So higher priority contact, I am deleting this. So I think, yeah, show toast is not defined, so we have an error because we haven't defined the show toast method. Importing this method. So see guys, uh, pyramid constructions is now deleted, like see. So no account with this name. So yes, in this way we understood today that how we could use these row actions in our Lightning data table, and how we could deal with errors if some pertain. So I hope you understood this video and found this content interesting and informative. So for more videos, you could subscribe to our channel and do give us a like for this video. Thanks for watching. We would be meeting in the next video.